All right, I'm Nick. I'm out in the backyard today. I had the day off. I had to cancel this morning's charter because it was really windy and we had some storms in the area. And last week, or week before, I did a video about how I rig my kayak for offshore kayak fishing. After that video, I had a bunch of questions about how I mount my fish finder. Now, we've done some videos similar to this in the past, but I never really went into details about all of it, including this handle. Last fall, I decided I wanted to make this handle. Now, we patented it, and it replaces the existing handle on your Old Town kayak, and it has an area for a ram ball. Now, this area takes this T-bolt like so, and then you can just mount your ram ball on top of it, like so. Super easy, super simple. And I prefer to do it like this for a number of reasons that I'm about to show you. Now you can use a 2-inch version, a 1-inch version, whatever size ball you want to use. I have like a 1, a 1.5, and a 2-inch version. I like to use the smallest version because it takes up less room right here. And I wanted this system to be easy, compact, and out of the way. Now we spend a lot of time offshore in the kayak, so I want something that I can tuck out of the way, go through the surf, come back through the surf, and just move it back in place. So the ram mounting system really makes that easy for me because I can just pop this up, loosen this, move this around, turn it, tighten it down, and there she sits. Now we're on a stand, so the whole kayak's kind of moving, but I have the ability to move this however I want it, tighten it however I want it. And I like the swivel system on the ram ball system because if I had to push on this like that, it doesn't snap. If you use multiple 90-degree angles or any kind of firm mounting device and you have to push on something, maybe you fall out of the kayak for some reason, you're going to snap the whole system. But if you just have a system that swivels out of the way, you can bump it, you can hit it, you can move it, and it's always right where you want it. If you're going to stand up, maybe you want to lay it down like this. If you're standing up, you can see your fish finder. If you're, a lot of bass fishermen like to have their electronics flat so they can stand up and still see it. You have those functions. Now, when I'm traveling or I'm going back into the beach or I'm putting the kayak on the trailer, I always loosen this, lay it flush like so, and tighten it back down. And you can do that sitting in the seat super easy. You just use your right hand, you loosen it, you lay it down, and you're good to go. So for me, I can install my fish finder like this. It's super easy, it's practical, it's out of the way. I can enter and exit the kayak from the left or right side without any real problems. I prefer to come in from the left, but some people prefer to come into the right. I put it on the right-hand side because I like to be able to steer the kayak with my left hand and use the fish finder with my right hand. Now, a lot of guys will say, Nick, why don't you just mount your fish finder way out there? You could do that. I don't like it being out there. I see no reason to spend $500 to $1,000 on rigging your fish finder plus battery and mounting devices and then not be able to touch it. We spend a ton of time in the Gulf of Mexico traveling from spot to spot. We end up using the GPS, we use down scan, we use side scan. I want this system to be right here where I can put my right hand on it whenever I want and adjust any of the settings super quick and super easy. So it works perfectly for me. In the past, I had took like Yak Attack Mighty mounts and the little dog bones they have, and I would mount it underneath the inside of this seat. But then I'd have this crazy contraption that stuck out here. I always had to drill holes in every kayak I got. Now, every time I get a new kayak, I just pop off the old plate, screw my handle in there, and I'm good to go. It uses the existing hardware. There's nothing to it. This will work on pretty much every kayak that Old Town makes that has a side handle. Super easy, it's all universal, it's the same handle, easy to use. I like it, it serves me well. We did, like I said earlier, we patented it. This is my first idea I really had. It just took me a while to figure out how to do it. I'm not an engineer, so it took some serious time watching YouTube to learn enough to do it correctly. That's it. I'll give you guys a quick look at how I put my wires on here and where my battery stays, but that is how I mount the unit for my fish finder, and that is why I like it right there. Now, I'll move on and show you some other stuff. All right, if you look down in here, you can see this kit. This is a Hobie through-hole kit. I prefer to use the 3-way kit, but I had that one sitting in the garage, and it was just easy for me to use, and I already had it. I didn't want to buy anything else. I'm a big fan of the Hobie through-hole kit. I've had them on kayaks for at least the last 6 years without any kind of issues. They've always served me well. There's a ton of different companies that make them now. I prefer to use the Hobie. As far as the battery goes, I keep it right here in the front hatch. It's just a Aqua, nothing to it. The cord goes through the kayak and out the side, and that's it. That's how I rig my Predator PDL with my fish finder. Thanks for watching.